From the incredible baobab trees and ever-present acacias through to carnivores like lions, tigers, and hyenas, the savanna is the original wild kingdom, a dream expedition for anyone who's ever devoured nature programs on TV. Come join us in this tour. Live and experience National Geographic. With us, you will spend 3 nights on safari in the world-renowned Kruger National Park, home to a larger diversity of wildlife than anywhere else in Africa, followed by 2 nights in Cape Town, often voted the most beautiful city in the world. This 5-day tour is the ideal option for adventurers looking to experience the best of what South Africa has to offer. For the wildlife of this trip, cheetahs, elephants, and giraffes are some of the majestic animals you might encounter out in the safari ride. Also, watch out for the baobab tree, the caldera tree, and the acacia tree. These native trees are some of the most beautiful and iconic trees of the savanna. These species are also fascinating in how they manage to survive and the adaptations they've developed for living in the drought climate of the savanna. Like, for example, the giraffe, with their dark colored tongue that protects them from raging sun of the savanna. Their tongue is also covered with a thick glue-like saliva that protects it from thorns and sticks. This lets them eat foods that other animals can't consume. And then the cheetah. Their bodies are specifically designed for hunting, with their colored camouflage which allows them to be stealthy when approaching their prey, and the ability to run up to 70 miles an hour to catch their said prey. In fact, the cheetah is the fastest animal on Earth. The cats have even developed slightly curved and fully retractable claws that make it easier to grip the ground when sprinting after their prey. This feature also makes it easier to sink their claws into their prey when the chase is over. And finally, the African savanna elephant, being the largest land mammal in the world. Savanna temperatures typically range between 68 and 86 degrees Fahrenheit, and the elephant's large ears let them radiate extra heat. Likewise, elephants can use their trunks to suck up water and mist themselves to cool off. The trunk's strong muscles also make it possible to lift over 400 pounds, which comes in handy during mealtime. Elephants usually eat about 350 pounds of vegetation per day, and help them maintain savannas by reducing tree density for other animals. These are only the adaptations of the animals. The plants also adapted to this biome. For example, the baobab tree during the rainy season absorbs and stores water in its vast trunk, enabling it to produce nutrient-dense fruit in the dry season, when all around is dry and arid. This is how it became known as the Tree of Life. Another example is the acacia tree, which can survive drought conditions because it has developed a long tap roots that let it reach deep groundwater sources. It is also fire resistant. Some varieties resprout from the crown root when the above ground portion of the tree is damaged by fire. And also the candelabra tree, which has a white sap that is very poisonous. The sap can blind an animal or a person if the sap comes in contact with the eyes. These adaptations help the candelabra tree survive because during the dry season the candelabra tree stores water in its trunk so it doesn't get dehydrated. These plant adaptations happen because of the soil in the savanna not being very fertile and only having a thin layer of humus, which is made up of decomposed plant and animal matter. It is porous, which means the water drains away very quickly. Soil tends to be red colored due to the high iron content. The humus gives the plant nutrients. The nutrients in the soil are found near the surface as they come from decayed organic matter from the previous growing season. This organic matter decays rapidly due to high temperatures. There are 4 layers of soil in the savanna grassland. The first layer is of humus. The second layer is the hardman laterite. The third layer is the red clays and redeposited silica. And the fourth is bedrock. Plants cannot penetrate the hardman layer in or subsoil. This restricts vegetation growth. This is a beautiful map of the region we will be exploring. Now to the culture of this beautiful country. The common languages spoken by South Africans are Zulu, Xhosa, Afrikaans, and English. English being the 4th most common first language in the country. For this tour, you will not have to worry about translation since English is spoken fluently by park rangers, and in Cape Town most people already speak English. Now for the gastronomy, we have a list of our top 5 dishes, which are braai, buttercook, boerewors, boboti, and potjekas. Restaurants locations to try these amazing dishes will be provided on your last day at Kruger National Park. Now for the weather of this region. The best time to visit the savanna is from March to July, when the weather is warm and pleasant and the flowers are in full bloom. Mid to late summer can bring extreme heat and humidity which can make it unpleasant for some visitors. The savanna climate has a temperature range of 68 degrees to 86 degrees. In the winter, it is usually about 68 to 78. In the summer, temperatures ranges from 78 to 86. In the savanna, the temperatures do not change a lot. Now I will show you the climographs for Kruger National Park and Cape Town. Now for the itinerary of the trip. For day 1, you depart from Johannesburg Otambo Airport to Sukutsa Airport. On arrival, you will meet and be transferred to Hamilton's tented camp for check-in. Guests will experience absolute privacy with their luxury elevated tented suites on the banks of Nwasitsu River. Each suite has picture windows and spacious timber decks from which visitors can enjoy the riverside forest positioning. Private plunge pools are suspended up on the teak decks which have been positioned to enjoy the breathtaking views. In the late afternoon, you will head out with your guide and tracker for an afternoon game drive through the reserve in search of wildlife, including the Big Five. Savor the rich smells of the bush, hear the shrills calling the Empire Strike, and see the wind blowing through the feathered grass dotting the savanna plains. Arrive back at the lodge in time to freshen up before enjoying a sumptuous dinner. Day 2 and 3. An early morning wake-up call starts the day, followed by a freshly brewed cup of tea or coffee before setting off on a morning game drive. The softer light makes for incredible photographs. Guests will enjoy some of Kruger's most spectacular landscapes and a variety of wildlife, bird life, and plant life within the Multawi concession, ensuring that each safari experience is unique. Return to the lodge for breakfast, after which you have relaxed by the pool or enjoy the views of the Nusasa River from your own private deck. Spa treatments are available upon request. These may have been taken to the pool area or the secluded deck of your suite. Later in the afternoon, you will head out on your own afternoon game drive, which may be continued beyond dusk, and return back to the lodge to enjoy some dinner and reminiscing about the day's sightings. Other activities at Hamilton Center Camp include traditional morning and afternoon safaris, bush picnics, and champagne breakfasts. Day 4 and 5. After one final game drive and a warm morning breakfast, you bid farewell to the African bush as you transfer back to the airport in time to catch your flight to Cape Town. A friendly greeting and a private transfer to the Cape Town International Airport, the Cape Milner Boutique Hotel starts this leg of your tour. The Cape Milner Hotel is modern boutique-style living, yet a convenient location, an eccentric mix of contemporary boutique and old-world charm. Rest and recuperate in this space designed to offer complete comfort and relaxation. During your time in Cape Town, you will discover the beauty of the city with one full day in store. There is time to explore the city as well as head further afield. South of Cape Town lies Simonstown and its famous penguin colony, as well as Cape Point at the end of the peninsula, lying in a nature reserve of great scenic beauty and wild animals. Ask us about day tours in Cape Town or speak to a hotel concierge when you are there. Day 6 Departure. After a sumptuous breakfast, you gather your belongings and bid farewell to Cape Town as you transfer back to Cape Town International Airport for your scheduled flight back home. This concludes our amazing trip to South Africa.